Links. So today we're going to be going over the Faith and Strength build. I'll give you an idea of the stats right now. So right now I'm level 146. This is a character that I just kind of like mess around with. So right now I have the Chaos Dark Sword and the Lothric Knight Greatsword. This is the main weapon. This sword you don't really need. I just have it for quick attacks. It scales pretty well with Faith and stuff like that. It has like fire damage on it. It's just for quick attacks. Doesn't really do a ton. I have Saint's Talisman. That is basically to be able to cast a spell that we're going to talk about. That is a major increase of damage. I have Morin's Helm, Iron Dragon Slayer armor, Black Gauntlets, and Dark Leggings. Prisoner's Chain for the increased vigor, endurance, and vitality. You take more damage. It's not a crazy amount. I haven't really noticed too much because if you get hit on New Game +7 like I am, you pretty much lose most of your health anyways. Havel's Ring for maximum load increase. Increased Chloranthy Ring to increase your stamina recovery speed. And then Ring of Favor +3 for HP stamina maximum equipment load. I have one of these guys because usually in a boss fight you don't need to cast it more than twice. I'm going to actually change this to Makers just because. So basically you want this right here. So I have 45 Vigor, which you don't really need a ton of that. I've dumped all my stats into that after 120. But 45 endurance, 31 vitality, attunement. We'll go back to that. 14, just to give me a little bit of mana and stuff for magic, so I can cast 2 of the lightning buffs for 1 bar. Vitality at 31, strength at 38, which I'm probably going to put to 40. Dexterity at 16 for the sword. Don't worry about intelligence. Faith will do 40 and 7 luck, which we don't need to worry about at all. Faith at 40, you can do Faith at 30 if you want to, but I have Faith at 40, and I'm going to pump Strength to 40 just because I'm going to also probably use the two-handed Dragon's Axe. The other thing that you want to use is you want to use Lightning Blade. The reason being is that when you buff this weapon with Lightning Blade, you get a very, very high increase to your damage output. It already has lightning damage on it, so you can also buff it, which is going to be very effective. I have heard that people use Deep Protection and Sacred Oath. I mean, I get why people use it. I can't say that it's not amazing and doesn't make the build a little bit better, but I think to take up the attunement slots for the slight increase to damage, I don't necessarily think it's worth it. I think you're better off dumping it into other stats that are just going to make you hit harder in general all around. Because also in a boss fight, if you buff up, if you mess up, or if you do anything, you're taking away time from that buff as well as the ability to essentially perform those attacks. And you can see, even, they can hit me, I don't really go down, and I hit pretty fucking hard. I just don't really see a need for the other stuff. I'd rather pump it into making Faith a little bit stronger and a couple other things a little bit stronger. You know what I mean? It makes more sense to me. I don't need to do the other stuff for the other buffs, not to say that you can't. They're both pretty viable builds. This might not be the maximum build that you can, go for, but I'm definitely a fan. And you can see that you can take pretty big hits like that. Just kind of dabbling with these guys just so you can see the survivability. It's pretty great. So let's buff up, and I'll show you just how much of a difference the damage is. So yeah, that area was a pretty rough area, so I don't want to, I don't really know how to say it. Let's go up here. Alright. Thought there was a hidden room up here. Oh, that's right. We dropped down from up there, so... These guys are killing us. We got 1,000 with 2 hits, so not bad at all. I want to get some big stuff though. And you can see you can take hits like pretty well. I thought there was a hidden room around here somewhere. I could have sworn there was. Maybe there's not. And I'll show you the R2 attack, because the R2 attack hits very, very hard. Look at that. 1,100 damage off of one smack. That's pretty freaking high. It's got a nice big range too, so pretty much nothing's gonna get away from you. Which is a good thing. Maybe the hidden room is down here. It might be, actually. Yep, there it is. Knew it was here. Is there another one? Put on? No. What a big hit. And you can run this build at soul level 120, which was the meta for a very long time. A lot of people still argue that it is for PvP. I mean, I have characters in the 200 and 250 gotten pretty consistent PvP, so I don't think that that's something that you necessarily want to worry about. But I mean, for the most PvP, they see the most action, which is it's for me it's up in the air. There's no specific one. There's 120 used to be, but with all the DLC and all the different changes, I mean, some of the builds you kind of need to go above, I guess you could say, but you don't have to. A lot of people will run instead of both swords, so instead of like running this, they'll run a shield. Which I guess is cool, but you don't really need to. Especially if you're pretty decent at rolling and stuff, you're usually alright. I think there's a boss, and there's a mini boss here somewhere, which I will probably die to because I've used all my Estus shards, but... I know there's a bonfire over here, so we'll actually go to that. I think that, you know, on the discussion of using Sacred Oath and stuff and Deep Protection, I agree with what everybody in the YouTube community says and how it makes your character very, very strong. You get the damage increase and stuff like that, and then some people use this offhand that you can, it's an offhand, I can't remember the name of it, but basically what it does is it buffs lightning damage, while you, even though, like, so if you have like a Dragon Slayer Great Axe, you can buff the Dragon Slayer Great Axe even though you can't infuse it or buff it by itself, with Lightning Blade. So, it's, I mean, I guess it's big, but for the amount of grinding and everything you can do in the very, for me, it's pretty minuscule. I don't really think it's that big of a deal. Other people argue that it is. I mean, I've seen people fully buffed, SL 150 for about, 1200. With R2, I hit for roughly 1200 with R2. And, for a 50-point increase to have to dump extra points into getting your FP up and stuff like that, for me, that's not really worth it. I'm just gonna go out and say it's not worth it. Oh yeah, that's right, what's his face is making soup here. The Onion Head. I love that guy. Really? And usually these guys are considered to be pretty fucking tough opponents, and you can kind of melt them, to be honest. That stagger potential is fucking pretty crazy. Melted. I always get nervous with chess, no matter what. No matter what. And if you've played any of the Dark Souls games, you understand that. No matter what, even if you know they're safe, you're just like, oh, fuck this. Like, I gotta at least take one look at it. No matter what. It's just the way it works. What else can we whack? Oh my god, of course. Of course. I should have pulled the dogs back, but, whatever. Oh, and by the way, this build is exceptionally good for PvP. like exceptionally good. It's pretty crazy. Like, so we'll look at the stats. So you can see right-handed weapon 463. Just this alone, 453. But look at R2, 700, which is not bad. Sacred Oath and everything else, yeah, that'll buff you up. But I mean, I find it to be perfectly fine the way it is. So again, Chaos Dark Sword doesn't matter. Lothric Knight Greatsword plus 10, you want this. Saint's Chime, any talisman will do, just because that's how you will be able to cast. Mourn's Great Helm, Iron Dragon Slayer Armor, the Black Gauntlets, and the Dark Leggings. Prisoner's Chain, Havel's Ring, Chloranthy Ring plus 3, Ring of Favor plus 3. These two I think are the most important. These two I guess you can swap out if you really need to, but I don't really think it's a difference. Some people use the Hornet Ring for the crit. 45 Vigor, 45 Endurance, 14 Attunement, just so you can have the little bit of extra FP, so you can cast 2 of those Lightning Blades without having to drink. Endurance 45, Vitality at 31, Strength to 38. I'm going to probably put it at 40 just so I can do the Great Axe. Dexterity at 16, Intelligence at 14, so it doesn't matter. Faith at 40, don't worry about luck. This guy actually was a Pyromancer starting off, so my stats are a little strange. But most people will start off with a Knight with this class. They start off at, I believe, like level 7 or 14. Maybe 9, I don't know. Who pays attention to that shit anyways? But yeah, that's pretty much it. There's no bosses in this fight. You can watch my other videos and there's some boss fights and stuff like that, or I summon people or summon friends. Thanks for watching, guys. That is the Dark Souls 3 Strength and Faith build. Thanks for watching.